Grab a coffee and strap yourself in for another custom rally car. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:64 scale Hot Wheels Lotus Cortina. Brand new out of the blister pack, as you see. My first impression is there's a lot of gold on this little one. The roof, the bumpers, the interior, they're all Trumpian in appearance. Even the exhaust. It's already in a rally car livery, which is apropos, because this is going to be my entry to the third installment of my summer road trip series of buddy builds, this time with Brian from Brian's Diecast, Thailand. We decided together on a rally car theme. Brian and I have been YouTube friends for years now. You'll want to go over to his YouTube channel right after watching this video to see his rally car. Here's a close-up look of some of these Midas touch parts on the little Cortina. I'm often left wondering why Hot Wheels does that. Marketing to kids, no doubt. It's certainly not for realism. I'm taking the original wheels off. It's normally my practice to upgrade them to some real rubber, but these wheels are going to present a particular challenge. That's because they're a little bit smaller than the regular Hot Wheels offerings, but I'll look around to see what I can find. The Cortina has the regular pair of rivets, front and back, that need to be drilled out to receive a couple of new screws. Over here in Europe, I use a 1.5mm drill bit, and that'll take an M4 4mm screw. There's an airborne Cortina. That's the last you'll see of all of the gold trim. Now I can get goggled up and dig into the bare metal detail using a couple of these abrasive wheel attachments on my rotary tool. Takes about 5 minutes of my time. Looking clean and shiny now, ready for a couple of squirts of degreaser and a little rub down. Next step, primer. I'm using a spray can today, and you don't see it because I hold it quite far back so as just to get the mist spray. Coming soon on Maple Leaf Customs, you'll see my fourth and final submission in my summer road trip series. And I'm maintaining my regular Saturday uploads so you can set your calendar and your clock for each one of those, same time each week. I can switch over to my airbrush equipment now for a finer application of the first top coat color, which is Kaleido Diamond White. You don't see a big difference on screen because it's going on top of the white primer, but it really is noticeably striking in person. After a good curing session in my dehydrator, I can handle it and apply some Tamiya masking tape. Whatever I'm taping off is going to remain white, and the rest of this is going to get my secondary color, which is Kaleido Cosmic Black. And I do have a plan here. These are such nice paints to work with. check in the video description, you'll see an affiliate link that will take you to the Gaahleri website. Use Maple Leaf Customs as a coupon code for 10% discount off anything in their inventory. About 15 minutes after painting is a good time to carefully remove your masking. The paint is tacky, but it's not yet dried. With some good luck today, I've got some super straight lines that I'm very pleased with. Black and white is always a striking combination. And this is the theme I'm going for. It's the real Ford Lotus Cortina from the 1968 RAC Rally, driven by the team of Brits, Sclater and Martin Holmes. There are precious few pictures I could find online, but it's a popular car in the model community, so I have a few of those pics to go by. The Ford Consul Cortina, developed by Lotus, colloquially known as the Lotus Cortina, is a high-performance sports sedan produced by Ford from 1963 to 1970 over 2 generations. Designed by Roy Brown Jr. in collaboration with Ford UK and Lotus Cars, the Cortina was based on the Cortina Mark I, albeit fitted with a new 1.6-liter Ford twin-cam inline 4 that was tuned by Lotus engineers. Just an aside, you remember that yellow glass? I'm going to vacuum form a new clear one, which will look so much better in the end. The pink one beside it is from a previous build. Thought I'd do 2 in one batch. Today's community shout-out, of course, goes to Brian's Diecast Thailand, my buddy for this build. Please check the link that I left in the description, which will take you with one click over to his channel. Now to make my car look like this real one. The Lotus Cortina was developed for Group 2 homologation. It would go on to be used successfully in racing, driven by legends such as Jim Clark and John Whitmore. The first generation was discontinued in 1966 after 3,306 of them were produced. The initial livery of the Hot Wheels casting that I stripped away was based on Jim Clark's 1964 British Saloon Car Championship-winning ride. Mine is getting made over, as I said, into the Ford Lotus Cortina, driven in the 1968 RAC Rally, so I've got to find period-correct rally logos for that year and place them appropriately. Thankfully, there aren't nearly as many as, say, on a NASCAR racer. Notice that I'm placing the color decals on top of some ghost white templates that I put down first, which was a necessary step on such a dark color like black. I need a magnifying glass, having turned 65 this week, just to see these micro-small decals. The old lamps are getting dim. One more check. That's a console badge over top of the license plate numbers. And the number 46 Racing Rondo goes on each door. I used the very thinnest water slide decal paper that I can find, and these are like butterfly wings. Some attention to the tail lights. And now for the interior. Remember, it was originally all gold, but I resprayed it in matte black. Snipped off that pizza pan steering wheel, it's a right-hand drive, and put in one of my own 3D printed ones. Much better. It's no big effort to print the safety harnesses on regular copy paper. If you do that, remember there's enough thickness there that you'll see a white edge, so I black them out if the background is black, red on a red interior, etc. Spread a little Mod Podge love around and then just push the printed harnesses down with a little fold in the middle. Hard to see if you've got them perfectly straight, but they're easy to redo if you have to. That's going to dry clear. Like so. Nice effect. That's worth the effort. Rounding third base now, I'm using some dollar store rhinestones as headlights, and I've taken a handful of the same size, put a drop of Mod Podge on top of them to round them out and enlarge them a little bit. When that's dry, I hand paint them red because I've got to make a set of 4 fog lights, like on the real car. So my wheel dilemma is that Hot Wheels put a slightly smaller set on the Cortina, so I'm sifting through my extensive selection of removed and not yet used original wheels, and I ended up sticking with the ones that came with this because they're not far off, and I couldn't find a better set in the proper size. Time for some rally road dust on the Cortina because it is much too clean right now. This is going all around where I think the tires would kick up the most dust, especially in the front of the roof and the hood and behind the wheel wells. That's looking more realistic. And I'm bringing in some Hall of Fame power in the person of Joe Namath to oversee the reassembly of this project. I finished with a matte clear coat on top of that weathering. I've already fit the vacuum form clear glass in. Some customization on the interior and the front fog lights, which I couldn't leave out. Couple of touches on the undercarriage. And the original wheels, because of their size. All I did was give them a little weathering. That all went back together without a hitch. And it's a racer. There's a very well done model of the real car. Let's have a closer look at my effort. I tried to match the basic color scheme, the decals and lights, as closely as I could, based on the little bit of intel that I could glean online. Surprisingly not much. But it still made for a fun little project on this theme of rally cars, one of my favorite genres in the hobby. I don't like to leave them clean. If I can get away with a little bit of weathering for realism, I'm going to do it. Remember, the original livery is a real-life representation as well, with some added gold. Probably a bit more well known than the one I did, which has its own little piece of history from the 1968 RAC Rally. Dirty and dusty with a few mud splashes as a rally car should be. Great fun for a one-week project on the bench. Remember to go over and visit Brian's rally car by following the link in the description. Thanks, Brian, for being my buddy. And thank you for visiting my channel again today. Come on back soon and often. It's coffee time.